Good morning, members of the Sangha, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Panamantu, and on behalf of Category Canada, I'd like to welcome you all here today. Good morning, Rinpoche. How about we all say a friendly good morning to Rinpoche this morning? Good morning. So, Dashi de Rinpoche, and welcome back to another day with us. Thank you very much for spending your time with us today for us to receive your blessings and wisdom on meditation and how each of us can tame our monkey mind. As I mentioned earlier to everyone in the room, we will be having a health break at 10:30, so I wanted you to be aware of that. Also, in terms of Rinpoche's schedule and availability, we have a lunch break at 12, and then we'll be resuming at 1:30. Now, I'd like to turn over the mic to Lama Pinzala from Belbon Kishi Chor from Milton, Ontario, who will be introducing Rinpoche.
Good morning, and very welcome to this very special day. I'm honored that organizers have asked me to say a few words of introduction. I have known Rinpoche for many years, and we are Dharma brother under Rinpoche. However, I regard him as one of my meditation teacher, unique and dear one. As you know, Mingyur Rinpoche is known as one of the world's greatest meditation teachers. He is also the author of outstanding books on meditation, such as Joy of Living, Joyful Wisdom. It has always impressed me that both teaching and writing, he possessed the rare ability to present Supreme Dharma in fresh, lucid manner. You might be wondering how he turned out to be such a unique spiritual guide for Dharma practitioners. I would like to tell you a bit about his Dharmic background and share some of the personal experience I have had with Rinpoche. Rinpoche was born in 1976 in Nepal. As a child, he was already intrigued by meditation. When he was 9, he started to learn meditation formally from his father, a great master to Guruji Rinpoche. At the age of 11, Rinpoche's father sent him to study at Palpung Sherapli, India, the Dharma seat of Siddha Rinpoche. A year later, Rinpoche formally informed him. He then entered the first traditional 3-year retreat, Sherapli, when he was 13, under the guidance of old master Salje Rinpoche. At the age of 13, yes. How did it happen? Let me tell you a story. When Rinpoche found out about the retreat, that it was a precious opportunity to learn Salje Rinpoche, he was motivated to take part, that begged his father to write a letter to Siddha Rinpoche, permission to attend. To our surprise, Siddha Rinpoche was very happy and have him in the retreat. I was able to witness this firsthand as I was part of the group doing retreat with him. At first, I had few doubt about such a young boy participating in such a long and intensive retreat, but I soon saw his diligence and skill. He quickly became the most accomplished practitioner among us, emerged as a leader for our group. It was amazing to watch him progress. At the start of his retreat, he would appear frightened and cover his ear if there were loud sounds such as drum or horns. This gradually disappeared, and he became quiet and serene. I understood later when he heard I heard we speak of a panic episode as a boy, that this was why he had stress by the noise and that he had used his meditation to overcome it. At the end of retreat, Siddha Rinpoche addressed us and referred to him, Mingyur Rinpoche, as Jiwo Tamba. He said, Jiwo Tamba, the pure being is really different. He was the most accomplished of the students. We were all very impressed by this proclamation. Right after this retreat, our beloved retreat master Sajid Rinpoche passed away. Dais Dupa appointed him, Mingyur Rinpoche, as a monastery's next retreat master at the age of 17. When I saw this, my appreciation deepened for how unique and accomplished Rinpoche was. Our young Rinpoche was not only well-trained in Buddhist meditation, but also in philosophy. At the age of 19, he enrolled at Dzongsa Sheda and deepened his understanding in Buddhist philosophy. During the period, he also visited his father's close Dharma friend in Bhutan. He late Nyoshu Khen Rinpoche, who transmitted our lineage, Nyingju of texture and turtle to him. At the age of 23, he received full ordination vow from Dais Rinpoche. At the age of 25, he started travel as an invitation come in from all corners of the world for him to teach. Additionally, he has had a long-standing interest in modern science and psychology and served as an advisor of Mind and Life Institute. Since 2009, in addition to continuing to fulfill his duty under Karmakaju lineage, he assumed his historical responsibility by establishing an organization of Dharma activity in the name of Pergat, a monastic seat of his incarnations. At this point, just as he was receiving requests from all over the world to give teachings, he decided to enter another long-term retreat. In May 2011, Rinpoche quietly left his monastery in Bodh Gaya to start his retreat as a wandering yogi, following in the footsteps of the great master of the past. This retreat was motivated by his vow to uphold the lineage of enlightenment through practice and also by Dais Dupa's words. In 2009, Mingyur Rinpoche entered attained ocean of certainty transformation given by Dais Rinpoche. At the end of transformation, Dais Rinpoche proclaimed that if any of attendees embarked on wandering retreat, he would receive them personally when they come back. This has indeed happened. You might have seen the photos in which Dais Rinpoche greeted Mingyur Rinpoche when he arrived to Cherokee after his wandering retreat. They sat side by side and enjoyed a spiritual relationship as a Dharma father and son. We are very fortunate and blessed to have Rinpoche here give us this teaching. This is the first time he has taught in Toronto since returning from his wandering retreat. So we're really lucky and to be able to benefit from his wisdom and spiritual blessings. So please join me and welcome him.
Thank you, Lama Penzala. Before we start our workshop on meditation and the joy of living.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No? No? Hello? Better? Okay, good morning. This 4 days we will have workshop. Just kidding. 1 day. And this is the introduction, kind of like introduction of meditation and the joy of living. So there's a course of the meditation, what I call joy of living, and it is in Tibet we have many different styles of teaching, like hermitage style, household style, grandpa, grandma style, experiential style, scholar style, so many different style of teaching. So when I was young, I asked this to my father about which kind of style of teaching is relevant now in this 21st century. And my father said, these ancient teachings to adapt in the modern world is like we are adopting new kidney. The kidney need to adapt the body need to adapt the kidney. Otherwise, new kidney doesn't help body, and kidney will die too. So we need to adapt. So from 1998, I came to America, 1998. Before that, I went to France for health checkup. I didn't teach too much, but I actively teaching since 1998. So I was experimenting. I teach different ways. And then later I taught what I call Mahamudra for 4 levels. But then still I feel like it is too much to take everything in 4 years. So then it makes separate. So now it becomes Joy of Living 1, 2, 3. Then after that, that's path of liberation, 5 levels, total 8. So after finish those 8 levels, you will achieve enlightenment. So you can fly. No. But within this 8 steps, 8 levels, the main style teaching is what we call experiential style. But this experiential style to suit for the household and little bit grandpa, grandma. So combination of household and grandpa, grandma in Tibet. And the teaching is experiential, based on the meditation. And these teachings are mainly Mahamudra style, and at the same time, the essence of Mahamati, meaning Dzogchen, and the Madhyamaga, the great middle way, all 3 together. So knowing one, understand everything. How nice. Okay, so today here, the introduction is about the joy of living. The joy of living, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 levels. And the first is about the awareness. Second level is about loving kindness, compassion. And third level is about the wisdom. And this 3 level of joy of living is secular basis. Everybody can practice. Whether you are Buddhist, non-Buddhist, religious, non-religious, whether you have faith or you don't have faith, doesn't matter. But at the same time, this 3 level is very important. It is an essential part of the meditation, kind of like foundation. And I practiced this meditation since when I was 9 years old. And I still practice. I've been meditating more than 30 years, but I still practice this journey of 1, 2, 3 practice. So it's not like this is very junior, novice, and if you are a little bit, receive a lot of teaching and practice, you should not practice joy living, not like that. So you should practice until end of the realization. Okay, so anybody here who new to meditation? Raise your hand. Okay, good. And how many of you are already meditating more than 5 years? More than 10 years? 20 years? Good. So the joy living is designed for completely new novice or the old meditator, long-term meditator. Already meditated more than 40 years, 50 years, still good. Sometimes long-term meditator, if you practice joy living, it helps to deconstruct the meditation. Because we meditate tight sometimes. So the real meditation is, you have to let go of meditation. Okay, so now I will introduce the first essence of joy living level 1, the first teaching, which is what we call awareness. So awareness meaning that knows. We have this mind, the capacity, the main quality of mind is knowingness, ability to know. And this knowingness is more than thought, more than emotion. So normally what we see is in our mind, only thought and emotion, not more than that. And these thought and emotions are crazy. Bala 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 bala, yada 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 yada. So what I call crazy monkey mind, right? And if crazy monkey mind say yada bala 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 yada 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 yada, what we do is two things. First, we believe, we follow. Then the crazy monkey mind become your boss. Not nice boss. Monkey mind is crazy, so you become crazy, right? If there's a crazy boss in the office, and the boss is crazy, then the whole company will be crazy. And sometimes we don't like the crazy monkey, so we think, talk too much. And if you try to fight the crazy monkey mind, then crazy monkey mind become your enemy. So, not nice. Then you have enemy everywhere, anytime, under any circumstances. Because the monkey mind will follow you as like shadow, right? So, you don't want to make monkey mind as your boss or enemy. Then what to do? So the next step is how to work with that. So there's a big secret I will tell you later. I will not tell you now. Okay. First, important is do you want to know more about the awareness aspect, or you want to know more about the monkey mind aspect? First, which one? Monkey mind first. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Text translation, both translations. Monkey, raise your hand. Awareness, raise your hand. No, most of you like monkey. Okay, so I will tell you more about the monkey mind. So monkey mind is the mind which is always talking, restless, it needs stimulation, always looking for something, want to grab on something. And you know, there's scientific research in America. So what they did is, group of people, and they give them two choices. One, for 15 minutes, do nothing. Just sit there in the room. Another option is, give shock, electric shock to yourself, you know. So two choices. And what they did is, most of them, they give shock to themselves. So 15 minutes doing nothing is worse than getting shocked. That's the monkey mind. So monkey mind looking for a job. Always do something. Restless, a lot of energy. But what is the job? Making problems. So if there's no problem, monkey mind thinks, not the good news. I don't have a job, so soon I will become jobless and then homeless, right? So therefore I have to make something. So then how monkey mind making the job? First, it will find small problem. And then monkey mind quite happy, I'm getting a job out of this situation. Then you think again, and make bigger with the aversion, craving and aversion, attachment and aversion. So between these two, then even a small problem, but for you, huge problem. The worst problem in the world. When you share this problem to your friend, and your friend says, it's okay, not big problem. And you might think, he or she don't understand me. Because for you, this is such huge problem. How come my friend says it's okay? Maybe your friend is laughing. And then after some time later, your friend is sharing his or her own problem to you. You said, it's okay, no problem. What do you worry about it? Right? But your friend thinks, oh, he or she don't understand me. So then what happens is, we are making mountain out of molehill. You say that in Canada?
Yes, we do.
Mountain out of molehill. Okay, maybe I will give you one example. So normally I give example which is not so sensitive, not connected with the politics. So, two choices. One with your face, one with your belly. So do you want to hear example about the face or belly? So face, raise your hand. Belly, raise your hand. One more. Face, belly, more face, I think. Okay. So if you don't have big problem in your life, everything goes well, then monkey mind begin to worry. Oh, I don't have a job now. I should look for one job. The monkey mind looking for a job. And one day you go to the bathroom. There's a big mirror, right? So when you look at the mirror, you see something wrong with your face. Maybe your nose is too big, a little bit crooked, or the wrinkles, or the right cheekbone is a little bit bigger than left cheekbone. Oh, I didn't see this before. Yeah, my cheekbone is bigger than this one. Oh dear. And the monkey mind quite happy now. Now I'm getting new job. Crooked cheekbone. So then you came out from the bathroom and having breakfast. So while you're eating breakfast, the monkey mind thinking about cheekbone, ugly cheekbone. Yeah, this cheekbone is quite ugly. Then you go to the office, your workplace. And when you go to the workplace, normally you're busy, so you will forget about the cheekbone. So no cheekbone for 9 to 5 p.m. Maybe at the lunch time, maybe a little bit. Okay. After 5 p.m., you finish your work. Soon as if you leave your office and on the bus or car, oh, cheekbone. Then cheekbone come back, and especially when you go back to your room, relax, lie down on the bed. Oh, yeah, my cheekbone is ugly. Go to the bathroom again and look at the mirror, you know. Yeah, it's really ugly. Then what happens is, the scientist said, in the brain, there's a lot of neurons. I have a lot of interest with the Western science. So, of course, these teachings are there in the, in Tibet we have 2,500 years of history from India to Tibet, but I also kind of like curious about what the scientific perspective. So what they say is there are neurons in the brain, and they love gossip. So what I call gossipy neurons. And then the few neurons, they are sending signal each other, crooked cheekbones. Then the other neurons, yeah, I agree, yeah, it's ugly. And then they talk a lot, and then they make group of gossipy neurons talking about the ugly cheekbone. And this group becomes bigger, like political groups, you know. It's become bigger. So after 1 week later, when you look at the same mirror, you feel like your face becomes much uglier than last week. Actually, you're sick, but you feel like become much uglier than last week. And next month, oh, really ugly. When you look at the mirror, this cheekbone, you feel like this cheekbone is ruining my entire life. When you go to the office, you feel like everybody is looking at my cheekbone. Oh, he's looking at my cheekbone. She's looking at my cheekbone. See, now my boss is looking at my cheekbone. And when you go outside, maybe you do like this. So it becomes a circle. You feel like you're ugly, and then maybe you want to share this to your friend, but you're shy to share, and you have big courage to share your friend. Your friend says, "You're okay. Your face is not a big deal. Why are you thinking about that?" And you feel more upset. You don't understand me, she don't understand me. And sometimes you might think, okay, maybe not everybody is looking at my cheekbone. This is just my perception, you know. And you do some research. Is everybody really looking at my cheekbone? And the result is Yes. Everybody is looking. I saw the proof. Actually, you got the wrong proof. When the perception becomes stone, then you see everything as support for your wrong perception. Maybe there are 10% of problem. Maybe this is a little bit bigger than this. But normally not many people looking at that. 99% doesn't care too much. But in your mind, it's become a big problem. So this is not only with the cheekbone. It appears within your life. Like relationship, at your workplace, at your home, with your friends, family, with your partner, your parents, your kids, and it also affects for your professional work. So everybody has some kind of like problem, and those problems, most of them are made by monkey mind. So making mountain out of molehill, magnifies. So now, how to free from this monkey mind? You cannot tell the monkey mind, you keep quiet, shut up. Because if you try to fight with the monkey mind, then what happens? Monkey mind becomes louder, stronger. Monkey mind become your enemy, right? You cannot win by fighting monkey mind. But if you say yes sir, believe the monkey mind, then what happens? Monkey mind become your boss, right? Not a good boss. So these two choices, both doesn't work. So do we have any other choice? What is the third choice?
Friends.
Make friends. How to make friends with the monkey mind? Give banana? Aware. How?
Be aware of it.
Be aware of monkey mind. Don't like someone watching.
Acceptance?
Pardon?
Acceptance?
Accepting? I mean, the awareness is yes, but I will tell you accepting. Any other things? What monkey mind like? Yeah. Pardon? Oh, you know that from before? So, how to make friends with the monkey mind? Give a job to monkey mind. So in order to make friends, we need common ground, right? Your friend likes something, you like something, you both want to explore something, then you become friends. So what monkey mind like?
Job.
Job, right? And what do you like?
Gossip.
You like gossip? What we like is freedom, right? Happiness. So we like freedom and happiness. Monkey mind like job. So how we can have win-win situation? Monkey mind wins, you win. Is if you can give job to the monkey mind, then monkey mind happy because the monkey mind likes job. And now who's become boss? yourself, right? Because you are giving job to the monkey mind. So then you are free. Monkey mind become your employee and you are employer. But at the beginning, we cannot give full-time professional job to the monkey mind. So we have to give part-time job. So what is the part-time job? Meditation. So how many of you are at the last night talk? Raise your hand. So last night I talked about few meditation techniques like sound meditation or breathing meditation. So sound meditation, we are asking the monkey mind, hello, listen to the sound. And the monkey mind says, oh yeah, good idea. But not very long. Few seconds later, pizza. And you are in the pizza restaurant and eating pizza, and you completely forget that you are here and meditating. So that means get our mind lost. So when our mind lost, okay, let it be. Don't give punishment. Be kind. Be patient with the monkey mind. And ask monkey mind, hello, listen to sound again. And monkey mind, oh yeah, good idea, I forget. And after a few seconds later, completely forget. But ask to monkey mind, come back again. So that's what we call short time, anytime. So if you do that again, then slowly, monkey mind will build up a new habit, which is want to listen to you more and more. And you become the boss. Monkey mind not become your enemy, not become your boss, just your friend. So, monkey mind is not bad, actually. We need monkey mind. So in the end, monkey mind transforms into compassion, wisdom, awareness. So, very useful. So the goal of meditation is not stop the monkey mind, not blocking thought and emotion. Even you achieve that kind of meditation, then you become like a zombie, right? No thought, no feeling. So that kind of the result is we don't want. So now, sometimes some people ask me a lot of questions. They got advice from the therapy or friends. If you want to be more calm, more peaceful, if you want to be happy, go to learn meditation. And they come and at the beginning, very exciting. Oh, I want to practice meditation. And then meditation teacher said, listen to sound. What? And then, okay, maybe if I listen to sound, I will get happiness, freedom. And listen to sound, but feeling very bored. And they ask me, how come? Listening to sound, and how that makes me happy? I come here looking for happiness, but you teach me this boring stuff. You know, watch breath, listen to sound. There's no connection. And we are not even thinking for the happiness. We are not even looking for happiness, right? So, actually, if you look for happiness, then you will not get happiness. If you try to block the suffering, fight with that, you cannot block. Right? I will tell you this more later. So the key point is, you make friends with the monkey mind, and then automatically your mind becomes free, pliable, walkable. Even you are not look for happiness, peaceful, joyful, clarity experience, they will just come to you. If you look for peaceful clarity experience, they will say, I'm busy, and you have to make appointment. But if you don't care, they will say, I'm free, if you need my help, I will come. Yeah, so therefore, goal of meditation is not the peaceful, calm, clarity, all these things. So goal of meditation is try to connect with awareness, giving job to the monkey mind. Okay? Okay, now we're going to create job for the monkey mind. So job description. And monkey mind need a lot of options because monkey mind is easy to feel bored. So you need to tell monkey mind, if this doesn't work for you, there's a plan B, and plan C, plan D. So we need a lot of plans. So first I will teach you plan A, which is the sound meditation. So, how to meditate with sound? When your ear hears the sound, at the same time, your mind listens to the sound. That's all. No need strong focus. Let sound come to you. So whatever sound you are hearing is you are hearing from your ear, right? So let whatever sound come through your ear, and you just listen. Okay, so now we're going to practice this together. First, please keep your spine straight, and you can use the back, the chair, as support for your back, and you can put your hand on your knees, cover, like Buddha Shakyamuni. When you see the statue, the Buddha Shakyamuni hand, one hand like this, right? So you can do that. Posture, both of hands cover your knees. Or these both hands join together, put on your lap. So you can change time to time. Okay, now close your eyes and feel your body. Relax your head, shoulder, back, chest and stomach, arm and legs. Just relax. Feel the gravity in the body. If you cannot relax, allow that you cannot relax. Now just observe in your body whether you relax, not relax, whether there is pleasant sensation, unpleasant sensation. Whatever happening in your body, just observe and let it be. Be free, be yourself. Now, please listen to sound. Now please listen to any sound. And of course you cannot listen to sound very long time. Monkey mind doesn't have a habit to listen to you a long time. So it will forget. But it's okay, come back again, listen to sound, forget to listen, come back and listen again. So what we call short time, many times. While you are listening to sound, you might have many thoughts pop up. It's okay. Let all the thoughts come and let them go. As long as if you not forget the sound, any thought comes, okay. Pizza, while you listen to sound, pizza appear, let it be. Now please open your eyes and rest your mind as it is. Okay, how was it? When you listen to sound, is there many thoughts pop up? So how many of you, when you try to listen to sound, there's many thoughts comes in your mind? Raise your hand. Okay, so when the many thoughts comes in your mind, what did you do? Let them come, or you try to stop them? Let them come, raise your hand. Or try to stop, raise your hand. Okay. Don't try to stop, but bring your mind to the sound again. If you forget the sound. But if you not forget the sound, thought comes, let them come. Let them come, let them go, don't worry. You're still with the sound, that is, you're still in meditation. But normally, many people, what they feel is, when they listen to sound, when the thought comes, then they're busy with trying to stop the thought. Then you forget the sound. So, don't care about thought. Just continue to listen to the sound. But you cannot listen to sound too long. Sound, forget, sound, forget. So that's the sound. Okay, so now we will do another meditation, which is we're going to practice meditation with a visual object. So can you see this flower? How many of you can see this flower? Raise your hand. Okay. And how many of you cannot see it? Okay. Good. So meditation is finished. Understand? When I ask you, can you see this flower? You all say yes, right? That is the visual object meditation. Why? Eyes and mind both together looking at the flower. So, very simple. No need to have particular focus. Like, flower. Oh, these are coming. No. Flower. So then you will lose. Just simply be aware of flower. And if you not forget the flower, peace comes. Okay. Let peace come and go. But still your mind with the flower. Yeah? Try. Okay, we're going to practice this together. Please keep your meditation posture. And you can choose any object in front of you. You can watch the back of the person in front of you, or the hair, dress, whatever. Maybe look at something small first. Okay? First, please close your eyes and relax your body. And be aware of sensation within the body, from head to feet. Now, please open your eyes and look at whatever things there in front of you. Shape, color, whatever object. Don't control your eyes. Blink, allow to blink. Look at the object completely normal, natural way. So how many of you like this visual object meditation? Raise your hand. So compare with the sound meditation and this visual object. Which one you like? Sound more, raise your hand. And the visual object more, raise your hand. Okay, so there are different personalities. So as I told you before, we need different job option for the monkey mind, right? Sometimes you like to listen to sound, and sound meditation really good. For some people, visual object is better, and for some people, aware of sensation in the body, just relax, scan your body, right? So this feels better. Why? Because we have different personalities. So actually there are 3 personalities, what we call body personality, speech personality, mind personality. So the body personality, normally when we think with the form, shape, color, so a lot of image, space, like diagram, so many things. We evolve like that when we think. Speech personality, when we try to, let's say if you went to the Niagara Falls, so when you come back, when you remember about that situation, the image comes first. That is the body personality. The voice comes first. The word, oh, Niagara Falls, like this, like that, yada, yada, yada. And that is a speech personality. The feeling comes first. Like sensation, feeling comes first, then image and voice comes. That's the mind personality. But sometimes 2 combined together also possible. So, if you are the body personality, look at the flower, then you involve with shape and color. And if you are speech personality, look at the flower, you have to say a flower. Flower, flower, a flower. I'm looking at flower. So you need to label. Without label, you will forget the flower. If you are the mind personality, then you almost can sense. Like be with the flower without word, without even thinking. Knowing without thinking. So, because of this different personality, the way how you meditate also different. So, whatever your personality is, be with that one. So don't worry about if you share your experience with your friend says something completely different than your own meditation experience. So don't try to imitate, because you have different personality. And your friend says, oh, I can just be with the flower. I didn't say flower, just be. And for you, you have to say flower. How can you be with the flower without seeing the flower? You might think something wrong with me. So nothing wrong. Okay, so more meditation technique or Q&A? Q&A, raise your hand. More meditation technique, raise your hand. More meditation technique. Okay, now I will teach you one very special meditation technique. Is there any particular food in Toronto? Special Canadian food? Poutine? What kind of Canadian?
French fries, cheese
Cheese curd? Pardon?
gravy.
Grab it on top. Okay, put it. How does put it look like? Brown?
With cheese and gravy.
On top of French fries. It's only Canadian have it. Even in the United States, they don't have it.
Special Canadian.
Special.
Healthy or not healthy? Not healthy? Vegetarian? Okay. No meat, yeah? Okay. Put it, okay.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Here's the picture.
Ah. Look like it tastes good. Thank you. Okay, we will do Putin meditation. Special meditation, discovering current. Yeah, sounds good. Should we do Putin meditation? Yes, yes, you have. Okay. How many of you don't know Putin meditation? You don't know Putin? Okay. Then if you don't know Putin, then pizza. If you know Putin, then the Putin meditation. Okay. So this pizza or Putin meditation, there's one rule. The rule is you are not allowed to think Putin or pizza. Okay? You can think of anything else except those. So now please keep your meditation, keep your spine straight. Relax your body and not relax also okay. As long as if you know you are not relaxed, you are fine. Close your eyes. I will say 1, 2, 3. When you hear 3, not allowed to think pizza or pudding. One, 2, 3. No pudding, no pizza. Don't think that I cannot think pizza, I cannot think pudding. Then you are thinking, okay, be careful. If you think of pudding or pizza, 1 second you will lose this meditation. So be careful. Okay. How was it? Easy or not easy? Not easy, right? How many of you feel not easy? Raise your hand. And how many of you feel easy? So you never think of 1 second about pizza? If you think of pizza, you lost already. Okay. Normally this meditation is not easy. When we say no pizza, then the pizza comes. Poutine comes. Different style of pizza, different style of poutine, and poutine all over the place. So, when we say, don't think, I need peace, quiet, then our mind becomes more busy, more thought. So, many people do this mistake when they learn meditation. At the beginning, they think meditation is a thing of nothing. Empty brain, empty mind. So then what they do is, no thought, calm, concentration. And then you find a lot of thought, suddenly you hear a lot of noise, and suddenly you feel that there's so many things going on in your mind, and you try to avoid them, and all of them are become your enemy. So you can find enemy everywhere, anytime. So,
how many?
And there's another problem is some people, they think meditation is blissing out. Especially in America, there's an advertisement, 7 days to the enlightenment. Only 7 days. So then meditate like this. Smile, peace, calm, relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. So when you look for relaxation, and relaxation say, I'm busy, run away. And you are looking for relaxation more, you become more tired. So don't care about relax, peace, calm. And also don't look for concentration, empty mind, no thought, all this. So what you have to look is awareness. The essence of meditation is awareness. And awareness is always there with you. No matter you believe or not. It's like gravity, gravity. Do you believe in gravity? But even you don't believe in gravity, gravity is there. So awareness is always there. Even you don't believe in awareness. So if you don't believe in awareness, if you know you don't believe, then it will become meditation. So whatever comes in our mind, whatever we feel, whatever we see, whatever we do, if you're just aware of that, if you know that, that is the awareness. So for the awareness, it doesn't matter. Your mind is calm, peaceful, clear, or not calm, not peaceful, a lot of thought, a lot of emotion, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't change the awareness. And awareness is transparent, not stuck. Awareness is not stuck with the peace, calm, joyful. So awareness is there, even your mind is not calm, not peaceful, not joyful. And awareness not stuck with just concentration. Even you cannot concentrate. If you know you cannot concentrate, there is awareness, you recognize. And awareness is not only stuck with the knowledge. Even you feel like you're stupid, there's awareness. And the essence of stupid is awareness. And awareness is not stuck with the clear certainty. Awareness there, even with unclear, uncertainty, doubt. If you have doubt about meditation, if you know your doubt, that is awareness. Awareness practice. right? So it's such wonderful gift. And awareness itself is free. Like like space. So space is free from cloud, free from pollution, free from all this, right? Even though space is completely become dark, covered by cloud, but essence is still free. Chakra, you know chakra? It's dark, right? So if you wash chakra, can change the color in different? Cannot. By nature it's like that. You put the chakra in the washing machine, add a lot of soap, wash, it doesn't work. Diamond, you know diamond? The essence of diamond is pure, transparent. If you cover a lot of mud, full of dirt, mud and whatever dirty, but the essence of diamond is still pure, right? You cannot change the essence of diamond, even you cover all these things. So, awareness is like diamond also. It's always pure. Although a lot of thought comes, emotion comes, monkey mind. The essence of monkey mind is awareness. Like waves in ocean. So the wave is thought and emotion. So sometimes wave become like monster, chasing after you, like bear, or landslide, you know, or look like house. But actually, the essence of wave is water, right? Wherever wave goes, water goes. So in our mind, there's a lot of thought and emotion, just like wave, and they manifest as like monster, landslide, a lot of crazy things. But actually, the essence is awareness. So awareness is pure, free, genuine. So we need to recognize this awareness. You don't have to make pure, clear, genuine, peaceful, because it's already there. You don't need to block the confusion, thought, negative pleasures, all these things, because the essence is already free. So what you do is just recognize awareness and do nothing. So by doing nothing, you achieve everything. How nice. Yeah. So now we have good news. Do you want to know good news? We have bread. How long? 50 minutes? 50 minutes, right? So, good afternoon. How was your homework? So how many of you did homework this year? How many of you forget? Okay. The homework for eating meditation, smell and eating meditation. So how many of you did it? And how many of you forget? And how many of you forget the homework of break in between the lunch or after lunch and here? Good. That's normal. We forget. But we try again, and sometimes forget. So we need to build up habit. I will tell you more about this later. And how is the food taste? Better or worse or not taste? Food tastes better, raise your hand. And no taste, you lost taste. And taste worse. Yeah. So, depending on the personality, your experience might be different. And also changes. Today, you eat food with the meditation awareness, tastes wonderful. But then, after a few days later, with awareness, it tastes not so wonderful. Maybe awful. It changes. And special, one very important thing is, you cannot practice one meditation technique too long, because after some time you feel heavy, disgust. Gosh, I have to listen to sound again. I like the sound meditation, but I don't like the practice. Boring. As soon as you try to listen to sound, you feel heavy heat comes to the body, and the feeling of like I'm sick of listening to sound, like that. So then you need to change. Maybe visual object. So when you practice visual object first, you feel nice, fresh. I thought I don't like visual object meditation. But actually, I have special connection with the visual object meditation. You feel like that. But then if you try to watch the object again, you feel bored again. So then change into smell, taste, sensation in the body, so you need to change. Okay, so now we're going to practice this meditation together again. So normally, when I do Joy of Living, there's few sessions in practice, not the teaching. So now here we don't have much time, so just practice a little bit. So please keep your meditation posture, and please feel your body. Close your eyes. Relax muscles on the top of head, face, neck, shoulder, back, stomach, arms and legs. Just completely natural, let it be. If you cannot relax, allow that you cannot relax. Allow to have tense, tightness. If you are aware of the tense and tightness, then you are in the meditation. So you don't have to relax. You can now be aware of sensations in your body. Okay, now we will do one particular exercise. Please open your eyes, raise your both of hands, and try to feel the sensation in your hand, in temperature. Warm, cool, or no temperature. Just to be aware of it, whatever sensation there is in your hand. Now, join both of your hands together and observe the tactile sensation. Now, rub your hand. Be aware of touching sensation. And rub faster. So now you will feel heat, warm. Be aware of warm. Okay, now open your hand. Now you will feel like tingling, zing, like that. Be aware of that tingling. And cool. Okay, now one hand, put your hand, one hand down, and one hand bring very close to your forehead, almost touching. The hairs are touching. Close your eyes and be aware of sensation in your forehead. You might feel warm or tingling, or whatever sensation there in your forehead. Just observe. Feel the sensation, observe the sensation, or label the sensation. It depends on your personality. Now you put your hand down and continue aware of sensation in your forehead. Don't try to look for nice and pleasant sensations, or try to stop unpleasant sensations. So whatever sensation there, just to be aware of it. Now, move your mind from forehead to the top of the head, and be aware of sensation on the top of your head. Be aware of sensation in your back of the head. Sensation in the face, neck, shoulder, back, from upper back to lower back, chest, stomach, arms and legs. So relax entire body and be aware of sensation from head to feet. Now please expand your awareness outside of your body. So now listen to the sound around you. Sound of air conditioning, car, coffee. Just simply be aware of it. Expand your awareness through the environment, people here in this room, and outside of this room. There's another building, cars, the birds on the sky, the clouds. Expand your awareness even beyond the cloud. The boundless space. So your awareness is also boundless. The entire universe is in your awareness. Now please open your eyes. And rest your mind here in the present moment and without particular focus. Okay. So, ready for sleeping meditation or no? How many of you feel sleepy, tired, raise your hand? Are you sure? Yeah. Great. Okay. So, awareness. We can aware of anything. So if you are aware of sleepy, dull, unclear, whatever feeling, just to be aware of it, and those feelings become support for meditation, support for awareness. So actually, sometimes what we call awareness is clarity. Clarity meaning knowing. So actually, the basis of this dullness is clarity. For example, when you see the form, color, shape by your eyes, so there's different color, right? So whatever color you're seeing is a form of light, isn't it? White. So, good support for sound meditation. So whatever we see, white is light, but even we see black, also light for your eyes. Even you see shadow is also light. So everything is a form of light when you look. So for the mind, everything comes in the knowing form of knowingness. And that is the clarity, that is the luminosity. So there are so many names for that. So even you feel dull, you are experiencing dull. So that is knowing, that is clarity. So just rest your mind on dullness, on sleepiness. So if you let your mind continue to be with the sleepiness, you'll be aware of the sleepiness. Again, you feel a little bit alert, and you fall into sleep again. Again, a little bit alert. The moment of your fall into sleep, you can remain the awareness that the sleep will catch the recognition of awareness. Then all the sleep becomes meditation until you wake up. So if you sleep 1 hour, you are meditating 1 hour. But first you try to remain in awareness. The moment of you fall asleep, if your mind goes to the pudding, then the sleep will not catch the recognition of awareness. But then that is not the meditation, just normal sleep. So the moment of you fall into sleep, if you continue remaining in awareness, then sleep will catch the recognition of awareness. So what are the signs? There are 2 signs. One, if you transform sleep into meditation, there will be no dream. So first sign, no dream. And the second sign is when you wake up, your mind is in the meditation. So the moment of you wake up, your mind is still in the meditation. And then your body becomes very restful, relaxed, so fresh. So these 2 signs need together. One, maybe, not sure. So, no dream, waking up through meditation together. So, right now, while you're sleeping, you don't know you're in the meditation. Almost like you're unconscious, but there's something there, but you don't know, that you will not recognize while you're sleeping. But when you wake up, you experience. After you meditate like this a long time, then eventually you will know while you're sleeping. In that moment, there's no conceptual mind. So there's no thought, like our mind now with working with image, voice, sensation, all these things. But during sleep, you don't have that. Because there's no dream also. So knowing without thinking, knowing, feeling without grasp. And there's no time also. No time, no location. Light on and off doesn't matter. But we will not understand now until you get experience. But don't look for that experience now also. Wow, sounds like a great experience. I did this tonight. Doesn't work. Okay, so now we're going to practice sleeping meditation together. So you watch sleepiness, dullness, tired, boredom, whatever those experience if you have now, wonderful. So I hope after the lunch you might have a bunch of those feelings, and I hope you didn't drink the coffee. Okay, so now if you can turn off the light, will be good, so we will feel more sleepy. You can turn off light. If you have something, show whatever, you can cover your eyes, not your nose, okay? Okay, so first we're going to practice the awareness of sensation in the body. So close your eyes. Relax your body. Feel the gravity in your body. Now, please be aware of whatever feeling of dull, tired, boredom. When you be aware of those feelings, let all the feelings be in the awareness. Hold in the awareness. Accommodate in the awareness. Rest your mind and rest. Now can turn on the lights. Okay. How was it? So how many of you experience when you watch the sleepiness and sleepiness goes away? Raise your hand. Big problem. How many of you feel when you watch sleepiness, you can be with the sleepiness? You feel your mind, awareness, there with the sleepiness. Raise your hand. Okay, that's great. So, if we watch sleepiness, there will be two possible experience. One, sleepiness goes away. Your mind becomes more alert. Tiredness, sleepiness, gone. What happened? So there's some kind of gap. Mind becomes gap. Lose concept for a while. But clear, awareness is still there. So stay in that gap. For some of you, you can be with the sleepiness. Sleepiness becomes object of your meditation. Just like sound, just like breath, just like a visual object. So you become friend with the dullness, tiredness, boredom. All this. So now you don't have to look for clarity. Many meditators, when they begin to meditate, they look for clarity, non-conceptual experience. No need. Because dullness is clarity, right? If you're aware. So, right. But tonight, when you go back to your home, when you practice this sleeping meditation, if you watch sleepiness and sleepiness goes away, then don't practice this. Otherwise, it's not easy to fall into sleep. So what you have to do, rest with the body, awareness of the body. Scan your body, and especially if you are having sleeping problem, then put awareness below your navel or around your leg, so then energy go down, and it's good for sleep. It helps to improve your sleeping also. Or feel the gravity in the body while lying down. You don't have to sleep like this, you know. You just lie down and feel the gravity. It's good for the sleep. So there are two types of sleeping meditation. One is observe the sleepiness, and second is awareness of the body. Yeah. Okay, so now sleeping meditation is finished. What time is now? So now next is pain meditation. And anyone who would like to learn pain meditation? I will do examination. For the pain meditation, we need pain. So whether now you are eligible to pain or not, maybe at the end of the class, you might have more pain, right? So how many of you have pain now? Raise your hand. And how many of you don't have pain? Still wait a little bit. Half of you don't have pain. Or should I make you pain? Yeah? With a stick, you know? Okay, so I'm teaching many different techniques of meditation. So why I'm teaching this many different techniques of meditation? There are three purposes. The first purpose is one meditation technique, after some time we will bored, like we feel stuck. And also what happens in the body, what we call prana, bindu, nadi, and they're all using one channel, one pathway. After a certain level, you feel uncomfortable. So we need to change. So therefore, you feel dull, bored, unclear. It's like if you like poutine. How many of you like poutine? Raise your hand. Not many. How many of you like pizza? Oh, okay. So if you really like pizza, breakfast is pizza, lunch is pizza, dinner is pizza, next day again breakfast pizza, lunch pizza. Even you like pizza is the best. After 3 days later, pizza again, right? You don't like pizza. So same with the meditation technique. So maybe you like at the beginning, wow, sound meditation, so nice, calming, relaxing. Next day, sound, so. Next day, sound, I like the idea of meditation, but I don't like the practice of meditation. Then after that sound meditation, then it discussed. Change into visual object meditation. Oh, at the beginning, very nice, fresh. But after a long time, you feel bored again. Then main focus about sensation, awareness of sensation in your body. But it's a long time, you feel bored again. So need to change. So if you change this, then it is really good to help your meditation fresh. So that's the first reason. Second reason is different personality also. So especially for the beginner meditator, we all have some kind of like particular related with the one particular meditation technique. So if you like sound meditation the most, then you can practice that until you feel completely bored, then you can change. So the personality matters. So therefore there are many different techniques. Second reason is different personality. And third reason is really important, what we call self-transformation, self-liberation. Self-liberation, meaning for the meditation, everything can be support for your meditation. Everything can transform object of meditation. Using visual object to free from attachment of the visual object. Using sound to liberate attachment, aversion, whatever affliction comes from sound, you can free from that by using the sound. Using emotion to free from emotional problems. Using thought and free from thought. Using monkey mind to free from monkey mind problem. So that's what we call self-antidote. The self-antidote is the best antidote. Sometimes what we call poison transformed into medicine. So when I was young, my teacher Salji Rinpoche taught us these meditations, but I don't understand. One day I was washing my face and washing my head in the winter, very cold. I don't want to take showers because we don't have hot water. Just wash head and face. Just a little water, drop of water go inside my ear. It makes a lot of noise when I move like this. I try to, clean that water like this. Doesn't work. And Sajid said, "What are you doing?" And I told him, "There's a drop of water go inside my ear. I cannot remove." He said, "Put more water." I said, "Are you what? Just drop of water makes me crazy. If I put more water, then it will be more problem." And he said, "No, use water to remove water." Self-antidote. Then I put a lot of water, did that, and all the water gone. Then no more really like that, Yes, clean. So, and Sajid Rinpoche told me a story. In Tibet, there's one big businessman. So he go through from Tibet to border between China and Tibet. Tatsedo is kind of a big place for trade, Man pass. So he has so many yaks and animals, and because there's no truck, no car, so everything is behind the animal, carried by horse also. So then they have to cross through sometimes desert, forest, and there's a lot of robbers inside the forest. Crew of them, and there's so every time when they cross, they have to fight with those gang robbers, and he have to hire bodyguards, very strong bodyguards. Even the very strong bodyguards, they will fight each other, damage each other. So one day, this businessman thought, "Oh, maybe I should hire head of the robbery, as my bodyguard. So then he did. And then, since from that day, he don't have any problem. Because now gangs become his bodyguard. And the gang, they got job. And he got the protection. So, and then we become friends. So that is the best solution, right? So therefore, for the meditator, as long as if you recognize awareness, and then to maintain the recognition, you can use any support. Form, sound, smell, taste, sensations, even thought and emotion. I think thought and emotion we will not have time when you join the full course of Joy of Living. And that's a thought meditation, emotion meditation. So everything can be support for your meditation. So everything become your friend. You can be happy everywhere, anytime, under any circumstances, right? But that is the idea, and that is the way to do that eventually. But at the beginning, you cannot do that. You will fail. So more fail is the best. So in Chinese, what they say, failure is the mother of success. Right? So don't be afraid of that. Even you fail, you will fail into the awareness. So actually that's not absolute failure. Success, good, fail into awareness. And if you know you are failing, again, it's meditation also. Okay. So now you all believe that you have awareness all the time? Yes or no? So how many of you believe? And how many of you not believe? Okay. So if you have awareness all the time, are you meditating all the time? You are not meditating all the time, right? And awareness is the essence of meditation. So you have the essence of meditation all the time, but you are not meditating all the time, right? So there's a contradiction here, big contradiction. So how you can solve this contradiction? You have awareness all the time, and that awareness is the essence of meditation, and you are not meditating all the time, right? So you should do this discussion for 5 minutes. 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, it's okay. Don't be shy. So you know the discussion topic? How many of you don't know the discussion topic? Raise your hand. Yeah. The discussion topic is the essence of meditation is awareness. And you have awareness all the time. Before you learn meditation, you have awareness. Right? But you are not meditating all the time. You are now learning meditation, maybe you understand, maybe you not understand. And the essence of meditation is awareness. And you have awareness all the time. And you are not meditating all the time. So therefore you are not free. You are under control by monkey mind. Right? So now 5 minutes of discussion. Okay, so how was the result of the discussion? How many of you are there yesterday Tibet House? So you already might know the answer already. Do you remember the answer is? What is the answer?
Recognition of awareness.
Recognition of awareness. Yeah. Maintain the recognition. Yeah. So we have awareness all the time, but we are not recognizing awareness. So if you not recognize awareness, then we lost with the thought and emotion. So what we see is only thought and emotion. Actually, awareness is more than thought, more than emotion. Right? So it's like if you have watch, if you don't know your own watch, watch cannot tell you time. If you have 10 kilos of diamond in your home, if you don't know your diamond, that the diamond is just some little piece of stone, you might think it's garbage, you know. You use vacuum machine, all gone. So, the purpose of meditation is to recognize who we are. Recognize our true nature. It's not that something new thing to add to you, or you need to change something, or cut thought and feeling, emotion, sensation. Not like that. Just recognize it. Who we are. And who we are great. We all are awesome. Cool and rock. One time I was in California, morning walking on the side of street, and there's a car come, you know. Then slow down and stop near me and open the window. You rock! I don't know what is the meaning of you're wrong. I said hi. But that person is gone. So I come back to the center and ask people, do you know what is the meaning of you rock? They said that means you're awesome. Cool, you know. So awareness is awesome. Our true nature is rock. We have these wonderful qualities within us: awareness, compassion, wisdom, capability, skills. normally, when I was young, my father told me that if you're going somewhere and then you lost the road, you met the dead end, huge wall in front of you, then what do you have to do? First you take out your backpack and throw over the wall. Once your backpack is other side of the wall, now you will try your best to cross the wall. And most of the time you can cross. You can make it. So, and then once you cross, you might surprise. Oh, I never believed that I can cross. Surprise. So actually all this capacity, skills are there inside you by sleeping. And we don't believe that. These are there within us. So therefore, all these great qualities are within you. So right now, as we practice meditation, we will see awareness is more and more open, more and more transparent, meaning not stuck. And it is pure, it is vast, and it has all these great qualities, basis of all these great qualities. So each time we practice, there's aha, more discovery, aha. So aha moment, you know? So that is what we call realization. But then there's experience also. Experience has a lot of taste. Yeah, peaceful, clarity, spacious. And these are changes. Experience always changes. But the realization doesn't change. But when you really look for realization, there's no taste. Only aha at the moment, beginning, and after that, no taste. Experience has taste. But experience always changes. Realization never changes. Like, if you know how to drive a car, then the rest of your life, you know how to drive a car, right? Not the Tesla. Tesla, you have to fix it with a computer or something, no? Or more easy. So what we call, there are three awarenesses. Three. Until three or until 30? There's a break. Wait a minute. What's the break? 3:20 is break, right? Okay. So three awarenesses: normal awareness, meditative awareness, pure awareness. So normal awareness is like awareness not recognize awareness itself. Everybody has awareness. Before you met the teaching, you have awareness. And that awareness is very narrow, black and white, and kind of like just small concentration. So normally we say be aware, watch out, be careful, whatever. So there's awareness quality, right? So then you recognize that normal awareness. Then it becomes meditative awareness. So right now, what we are practicing is the meditative awareness. Awareness which is recognized. But then this awareness is much bigger. More than thought, more than emotion. And this awareness is non-judgment. We are not judging. Good thought okay, bad thought okay. Virtue okay, not virtue okay. Peace okay, not peace okay. Clarity okay, dullness okay. So everything is okay, not judging. If you judge, also allowed. If you are allowed to judge, then you are not judging. If you say, don't judge, that means you are judging. Right? No thought, then more thought comes. So don't care. So it's completely free. And so when you recognize this awareness, then watch the visual object. Just watching the visual object automatically recognize awareness. Why? What we call it? Because the view and the motivation will change the entire experience. The view is you recognize awareness. The motivation is I'm going to meditate with that flower. So then when you watch flower, just knowing the flower recognize awareness automatically. Not necessary to watch flower and another looking for awareness, another mind. No need to. The mind has quality of self-luminosity, so it can aware of itself. So awareness manifests with the thought, with the emotion, with the perception. So when you perceive the flower, that recognizes by itself. Right? But normally you are looking at the bottle. Then there's only bottle. When you look at the flower, there's only flower, normal way. Because you are not recognizing awareness. Then, when you see the flower, our mind is completely facing out. And based on judgment, it's judgmental. And there's no sense of freedom. Just flower. But now, we want to use flower as support for meditation because of the view and this motivation. Then the flower. You don't care, good flower, bad flower, it's just support for your meditation. Right? There's no judgment. And the sense of freedom. This comes automatically by product. So, if you meditate like this again, then the third awareness. Do you remember what is the third awareness? Pure awareness. So pure awareness is awareness beyond subject and object, beyond concept. So that is the basic, the fundamental level of awareness. Although it's free from concept, beyond subject and object, but everything can manifest within that awareness. So that we discussed in the path of liberation. So we have to practice step by step. Otherwise you cannot really grasp that awareness, the pure awareness, not easy to experience. So if you try to grab that awareness too early, then it becomes just intellectual. And then you may become what we call fantasy meditation. Fantasy. Openness, samsara, nirvana, one. No subject, no object. So many people, they practice fantasy meditation. So try to create those non-conceptual state, beyond subject and object, pristine awareness, no grasping. And then try to put fake smile on the face. A long time back, I saw one article on the New York Times. So there's one person like this, And there's a bee lying here, The title is New York Meditation. Try to smile, but the bee is coming here. Eyes looking at the bee. So therefore, we have to practice step by step. So meditative awareness to the pure awareness. Okay, now how many of you have pain now? Raise your hand. Less pain? Before you have more pain, but now become less pain. So during the break, I have to cook something. I have to bring stone or stick that make you pain. Hit everybody. No? Okay. So do you want to practice pain meditation now or after break? Now I think better. After break we don't have much time, right? Now raise your hand. Okay. So those who don't have pain, what to do? I have one solution to make you pain. So how to do is pinch here. Not like this, not the nail, pinch by your finger. The web here, press here, and you will get pain. Yeah? So this is according to acupressure point. This is good for sinus, headache. What else? What? Throat? Lung? Respiratory tract infection. So a lot of benefit here. So good for your health, good for your mind, good for your mind because it's good for meditation. Buy one, get one free. But we should not do right after a big meal. So you had lunch 1 hour before, so it's okay now. And if you have baby, pregnant, we should not do that. Otherwise, we all can do. So, if you have already pain, you are very lucky. You don't have to look for pain, just free pain come to you. No need to buy even $1, which is great, no? So, so now we're going to practice this together. Do you know how to practice pain meditation? Yes or no? Yes, raise your hand. No, raise your hand. I think you know. Remember? You know, or you don't know, then you know. Now you know. So now how many of you know this? Okay, more people know now. So I will give you hint. So what is the essence of meditation? Awareness. And how to do with the pain? Be aware of pain. That's all. So that is the pain meditation. So I told you that although I teach you many different meditation techniques, but actually only one, which is awareness. Recognize awareness and maintain that recognition with object. So that is the with object or without object, whatever. So that is the meditation. Okay, now we're going to practice pain meditation. So please keep your meditation posture. So first, bring your mind to the body. Close your eyes. and completely relax your body. Completely relax meaning even you cannot relax, okay. Not relax. And feel sensation in your body from head to feet. Now, please to be aware of pain. So if you don't have pain, and make the pain and watch. But at the beginning, you have to watch the small pain first. So if you try to make the pain, don't squeeze too strong at the beginning. Try to make small pain and be aware of that. So how is it? So when you watch the pain, there will be 4 experiences. First experience is, some of you when you watch pain can disappear. You cannot find pain. So how many of you have had that experience? Raise your hand. That's good. So that's gap. What's pain? Pain disappear. But still you have awareness. You are not lost. So stay with the gap. Second experience is pain change the location. So it's moving, changing from knees to the back, back to head, something like that. So how many of you feel like that? So that's very good. You can follow the pain, and the pain becomes support for meditation. And the third experience is pain is not changing, not moving, not becoming bigger, just there, and you can be able to watch the pain. So how many of you have that experience? That's very good. Pain becomes support for your meditation. Third, now, last. Some of you, when you watch pain, pain becomes bigger, stronger. So how many of you have that experience? So in that case, maybe don't practice pain meditation. No, personality differences. So some personality, it helps some at the beginning, it will feel like activate the pain. Actually, good. It's part of the waterfall experience. But if you feel like overwhelmed, then don't practice pain meditation. Change your focus. Listen to sound. Watch visual object. So you have to change. Okay, so pain meditation is finished. So up to now, what we practice is we practice meditation with 5 sensory perception: form, sound, smell, taste, and sensation. So normally, most of the things that what we experience what we see is through the five sensory objects, right? So if we can transform whatever these five sensory objects that support for meditation, then we will not have so much obstacles for the meditation, except two big obstacles, which is thought and emotion. So that I will teach you 2 years later. This is in the full course Joy of Living, so you can do online also, or even though I'm not come here, so we may have this video I teach, already recording the video, and senior student may come. So maybe Miocean Kelly, she's here. She's one of the instructors. She may come. Now I'm not sure, we haven't finalized yet. So we will do the Joy of Living workshop, full workshop with my video. Some people they said the video is better than me. So anyway, let's see. So there's also all these three levels, Joy of Living 1, 2, 3, with the video is possible. But you have to do homework. So homework is 50 hours of meditation. Level 1, 50 hours, level 2, 50 hours, level 3, 70 hours of meditation. So total 250 hours of meditation. So we have this course. Anyway, even you practice, you know how to meditate with the form, sound, smell, taste, sensation, then the world becomes much better. But if you think meditation is completely calm, quiet, then you will find enemy everywhere, right? Some people, they are really uncomfortable to meditate in the city. They think, oh, I cannot meditate in the city because a lot of noise, a lot of movement, a lot of problems here in the city. So I have to go to the mountain. So then you ask your boss to have special permission, a day off, and pay a lot of money to get to the mountain. And finally you get to the mountain, you feel so happy. Now I can able to meditate. So calm, so peaceful. But after few hours later, you hear a lot of noise. Choo, choo, choo. The birds. A lot of birds in the mountain. And the wind blowing the trees. And the noise from the river down the valley. And the animals different, wow. The crickets. Full of noise. And you might think, oh, this place is terrible. I thought mountain will be very nice. So then you thought, now I know how to do. So you make soundproof room. And you put yourself inside the soundproof room and lock the door and window and prepare very nice cushion and you meditate. And then at the beginning you feel very nice. Now I can able to meditate. But after 1 or 2 hours later, a lot of saliva. What happened today? Again. Get itchy. What happened with my cushion? I thought this is the best cushion. There's something wrong. This way, maybe not nice. Maybe I should look this way. But there are some cards and tables. I should remove all of them, the photos. So you find the obstacle for meditation. So the best is make friends with everyone, friends with everything. So then everything becomes support for meditation, not only for meditation, support for you, support for happiness, support for liberation, support for freedom, right? Okay, so now time for good news. 15 minutes break, but this break you have to do homework. So try to practice your favorite meditation during the break time. Even if you go to the restroom, practice that, okay? And after you come back, I will do the examination. So now today's last meditation technique is about what we call open present. Meditation which is without object. So until now what we learn is we have object, right? Form, sound, smell, taste, sensation, so that's object. So now we are not going to use any object. So awareness, be with awareness itself. So awareness is like lamp. So if you put lamp in the sky, deep in the sky, there's no object around the lamp, then you cannot see light. The light becomes less visible, right? So when you use flashlight, if you use flashlight to the space, then you cannot see light very clear. But if you use flashlight bound on one object, then you bound back, so you see light clear. So awareness is like light. Actually, we have to see light itself. Right at the beginning, very difficult to see light itself. So we use object. So now the light bound on my face, so you can see light, right, on the object. So awareness, knowing something. No form, no sound, no smell, so illuminating all these objects. So we try to connect awareness through object. And eventually, we try to connect awareness without object. So now I will teach you this. So this is a very important meditation technique. So you have to, be ready, fasten the seatbelt. So big jump, Everybody ready? Right. So there are two steps. One is how to rest. Just simply practice how to rest. No meditation. Even you know how to practice meditation, let go of meditation. Just simply be, rest. Okay? You know how to do that? And second is open present meditation. So there are two steps. So now I will teach you the first step, which is just simply be. So this simply be, how to be. Actually, you all do that in everyday life. Maybe you don't know. So should I tell you more? After physical exercise, maybe you go to the gym, doing physical exercise for 45 minutes or 1 hour. After that you feel tired, right? And you rest on the nice chair. What's that? That is resting. Or Friday afternoon, after finish your walk around 5 p.m. Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. You're very happy. Soon as if you leave your office, you know, what time you finish your work? 5, 6? 5, right? So as soon as you leave your office, right? Or after finish cooking, you invite many guests in your home and you are making a lot of dishes and worry. Maybe they like, maybe they don't like. But in the end, you make wonderful dishes and all the friends are very happy. They say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you say, okay, no problem. And they all gone, and you wash all the dishes, everything finished. So that is also just resting. And after exam, and also after meditation class, 5 p.m. After finish whole day, sitting here, you go back. Right? Just rest. You are not meditating, just rest. So don't meditate also. We should rest just like that, just natural. Any other examples? How you rest normally? Sitting on the park bench at the lake, at the beach. Go to the beach and just sit. Yeah. Good. Any other examples? Walking up to the top of the hill, then change as good as rest, like playing piano and just relax with the playing piano. Something change, do something new, relax.
Finish homework.
Finish homework. Thank you. You are very smart. And after passing examination, after passing the examination, turn on the TV, sleep on the couch. Sounds good. Okay, so now you have you sense, you understand, right? So we will going to rest like that. So you don't have to meditate. Just relax. And we will use one deep breathing exercise. So breathe in slowly, slowly, not like this. No. You will get dizzy. So breathe in slowly. Hold your breath 10 seconds. And let go. And rest. Rest space in between the breath. Breathe in and out in between. So deep breathe in. Hold. And after 10 seconds later, few seconds and rest. Then breathe normally. rest your mind. Breathe and continue rest. No meditation. Okay? Understand? Okay, we're going to practice this together. So keep your posture. Now first is feel your body, relax your body. Eyes closed, open, doesn't matter. Now deep breathing in. Hold your breath, about 20 seconds. Rest. Breathe naturally and continue rest. You don't have to meditate. Now, again, deep breathing in. Hold your breath. Rest. Breathe in. Now, natural breath. Continue rest. Now, deep breathing again. Hold your breath. Normal breathing. Okay. How was it? How many of you feel this is a more relaxed than meditation? Raise your hand. I feel this is more relaxed than meditation normally. How many of you feel the relaxed overall? Little bit relaxed, raise your hand. And how many of you feel not relaxed? Raise your hand. So, if you feel not relaxed, let it be not relaxed. Then you are relaxing. Whatever mind is, be like that. So being is the basis. Allowing is the basis. Okay. So now first step is finished. So clear? Without clear about the first step, then you cannot go to the second step, because you will not understand the second step. So how many of you think first step is clear? Raise your hand. Correct. Okay. So now is the second step. Big jump. So fast and sit there. So do you remember what is the second step? Okay? The first step. First step is finished. Second step? Louder? Good. So open present meditation, or open awareness meditation, or meditation without object. Shamatha without object. So there are many names. So we will practice this. This is today's meditation practice. This is the most important meditation practice. So now I will tell you this very important meditation, but there's a big secret. So first I will tell you the secret. After knowing the secret, you will know the second step automatically. So I feel a little bit, nervous to tell you this big secret. Should I tell you?
Yes.
Promise that you will not tell anybody? Promise, raise your hand. Not promise, raise your hand. No, I will not tell you. Okay, no problem. Since you all are very good, very eager to learn, all the good people are here, as I told you this morning, right? So now I will tell you. The secret is, everybody is listening. Okay. Okay. Secret is the open present meditation is already done. Now the boy said, what? How many of you feel what? Yes. You know what I mean? Just now we did it. That one is open present meditation. So actually you all did it. Not just you did it, you experienced it. So what we call non-meditation is the best meditation. The real meditation, you don't have to meditate. Just be. But at the same time, you are not lost. Right? When you are totally free, or rest, or present, you are not lost. There's a sense of being, sense of presence, sense of relaxation. Everybody has a little bit different flavor. So last meaning, you become like this. What did you say? So you're not like that, no? But at the same time, you're not particularly meditating on anything. There's no particular focus. So sometimes what we call few things there. Non-meditation, but not get lost. Uncontrived. Number 3, uncontrived meaning whatever state. Relax, not relax, peace, not peace, clarity, not clarity, doesn't matter. All in awareness. All are the manifestation of clarity. So you just be. Whatever state of your mind, just be. You're not particularly looking at anything. You're not particularly running away of anything. You don't need to change any experience. You don't need to just this is right, this is wrong. You don't need to create some special experience. You don't need to look for a particular goal. I need to achieve that, or I'm failure. So there's no win, no loss, no success, no failure. But just be. And after some time later, you become like this. Oh, lost again. Again like this. After some time later. Oh, lost again. So it's very simple. Easy? So we will try together again. So this time, just be. And you don't have to meditate. Let your mind be as it is. Be as it is. Let your mind rest as it is. Like this mala. Stop. And whatever comes. Okay?
This is where I always die.
Okay. So please keep your meditation posture. So this time we will not use the breathing. We just simply be. So rest your mind as it is. How is it? Good? Easy? So how many of you like this meditation? Raise your hand. Okay, great. So, this meditation, one way is very easy. You don't have to block anything. You don't have to change anything. You don't need to create anything. You don't need to judge anything. You don't need to pretend anything. You don't have to grasp anything. It's completely natural. The way whatever your ordinary mind is, just be with it. Very easy. Once the being allows everything, then the natural quality of mind is clear. Clear, knowing, present. sometimes what we call joy of the youth. Experience it, cannot put into words. So if you try to grab that experience, cannot be grabbed. When you just be, you feel sense of being. But when you try to make sense of it, you cannot find it. So sometimes what we call, you cannot put into words. So it's so nice, very easy. But there's one big problem. Should I tell you the problem? How many of you want to know the problem? The problem is too easy. So too easy, it is difficult to do. Because too easy, we cannot grab it and we try to do something, look for something. So it's just there, we cannot see it. Or another problem is too close. So too close, cannot see it. So that's the problem. So too easy, too close, so it's very difficult. We cannot believe. Some people think, just do nothing, just be there. What's the point of this? How can I tell I'm doing right or wrong? Just be. But actually that's the best. Okay, so now this open presence meditation is finished. Now the next important is, how many of you did the homework during the 15 minutes break? And how many of you did the homework? Raise your hands. And how many of you forget homework? Many of you forget. Okay, so that is normal. So we have this habit of forgetting the awareness. And normally, anything we do new things in our life, there's a kind of like force of resistance. Although you may like this meditation, we practice together, and especially in the group, we all practice together. So there's a lot of non-verbal influence each other. We are very happy. From tomorrow on, I will meditate every day 30 minutes, for sure. So tomorrow, maybe you can meditate 30 minutes. Quite good. Next day, 30 minutes, okay. Next day, 30 minutes, so. Next day, 30 minutes, oh no, my phone is here. Should I grab my phone? No, not 30 minutes meditation. But what is my friend is telling me? No. I post very nice, beautiful photos. How many likes? No. Okay, I will meditate a little bit later. Just 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes becomes 1 hour. Then time is finished. Oh. So, then you think, okay, forget the meditation today. Tomorrow, first thing what I do is meditation. And tomorrow you wake up late. Time to go for walk. No time for meditation. And then eating and then walking, And then finish your walk, come back to your room, relax, meditation now. Feeling that even the muscles, don't like meditation. From the body. Cannot go on cushion, Cushion has particular opposite magnetic field. Push you away. So that is the habit. If you don't know the force, the power of habit, then you always end up disappointing, end up not doing anything. So, how to build new habits? Even first, you like to meditate half hour. Don't meditate half hour first. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. And think that I will do this 5 minutes of meditation for 30 days. So you need to have short-term goal. Don't think from now on forever. Then you cannot do it. Because your mind already tight. Just think 30 days. Only 1 month from now. So if you think 30 days, and the time is short, every day only 5 minutes, then more easy. But still, after 10 days later, you don't want to meditate, even 5 minutes. But don't listen, try. So if you can survive every day 5 minutes meditating for 30 days, then you already build new habit. Then the muscles get used to it already. Unconscious mind, subtle level, everything. So after that, very easy. 5 minutes every day, after 1 month. So it takes 20 to 30 days to build new habit. So if you continue to meditate at least 21 days to 30 days, then the rest of your life, much easier. So then if you meditate 3 months after that, then the habit becomes solid. So therefore, we have to know this, the force of habit. So to build up new habits, you have to make it part of the daily routine. Just routine, daily routine meditation. But not too much at the beginning, a little bit. When I was in the monastery college, we have whole day study and self-study, full schedule. After lunch, we have 1.5 hour free time. So I use sometimes this half hour, 1 hour just relax, and half hour I read the book. So end of the year, I already read many books, because every day 30 minutes, so I can able to read sometimes 15 pages, 20 pages every day. So I thought, if I finish my study, then I have plenty of time, and I will read all these different philosophy books. So after finishing my study, I was so happy. Now I will read all these books. I read all these books, First 1 month, I finished many books. Then after that, I cannot finish. Then after that, 1 book took me for 6 months. After that, 0 book. I have plenty of time, I cannot read books. So that's the habit. Some of you really like to do physical exercise. And exercise is good for you. When you do exercise, you feel happy. But after doing that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, then the muscle said, don't go. The body says, no, no, no. Mind says, yes, yes, yes. Then in the end, who wins? The habit wins. You give up. Just grab the phone. So, for example, all of you taking shower every day, right? Washing breath, brushing the teeth, and maybe some of you shaving, makeup. So we spend every day at least 30 minutes in the bathroom. So, but for us, it seems nothing, right? It's kind of a part of daily routine. But people in the Himalayas, I went to the Himalayas, they never take shower. Maybe 1 year, one time only. In the Himalayas, okay, doesn't smell much. But sometimes they come down to the lower part of the Nepal, Kathmandu, which is the capital. So they come to me, you know. Some of them said, we don't know you are Rinpoche, so we feel a little bit embarrassed. We didn't treat you well. We just recognize now. But they have big smell now. The smell goes around 10 meters. Because it's hot. So I told them maybe to shower, you know. Good for health. They said, oh yes, yes, yes. The next day, some of them take showers. Then they don't want to take shower again. And even you give soap, give money, they don't want to take shower again. Because they don't have habit. But to go to the bathroom to take shower, whole body has resisted. No. Right? But for us, it's just no. So the habit is really important to build up. So you need to build up one formal meditation habit for sitting. So every day, first, if you are new, maybe start with 5 minutes first, then extend. So 5 minutes for 1 month. After that, 10 minutes for 1 month. So slowly extend. Don't try too much at the beginning. And then informal meditation, which is you can meditate everywhere, anytime. While you're eating, talking, in your office. So just short time, anytime, even 2 seconds, 3 seconds, no need to worry about body posture. Okay? So now the teaching today, we will stop here. And thank you very much for all of you coming here, and thank you very much for the Tiger Canada, those volunteers who really work very hard for this event. So really appreciate it. Thank you for all the volunteers, and also board members. We will introduce the board members later. And thank you very much for the sponsor who make this event happen. Thank you very much for all of you. And also to good translator. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche. On behalf of, I think I speak on behalf of everybody in the room here, we're most grateful for the opportunity to learn and to receive your blessings for the last 2 days. And I ask everyone to give a warm applaud for Rinpoche and to Tiger Canada for the opportunity. At this time, I'd like to hand the mic over to the President of Tiger Canada, Miju Hamala, to provide some closing remarks.
Thank you, everybody. I'd like to again offer my deep gratitude to Rinpoche on behalf of Tiger Canada. It seems like a really dream for me that I just picked up Rinpoche, and today Rinpoche is now completing the program and returning to Montreal. So within these 2 days, we have received amazing blessings from Rinpoche, amazing compassion last night, and amazing joy of living today. And I hope on behalf of all of you who are here that Rinpoche will be back very soon. I'd like to thank all the noble sanghas, all the nuns here, and all the Dharma centers who have helped us, supported us, promoting the Rinpoche's program. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Animioli and Nan for translating. Thank you very much. I have to confess, last night I really missed a very important person, Pema, who has been helping us, being an MC and helping us in English media, and I really forgot to mention, so I'm very sorry. So thank you very much, Pema. At this time, I'd like to invite our very important person, VIP, Miss Annie, on the stage to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of Rinpoche and on behalf of Tergar Canada and Rinpoche's activities. Annie has been the main sponsor, sponsoring for the venues at Hart House and Sheraton, offering special lunch for Rinpoche and the board members. So I would like Annie to come up on the stage and receive this gift on behalf of Rinpoche. But please remember, this is just the beginning of the activities. Now I would like to invite our board members, please, to come up on the stage and stand behind Rinpoche so everybody can see, even if it's for a few minutes. Janet Ritvo, our main secretary of the board. Without her, we don't know what we have done during the meeting, so she takes on the minutes. Thank you. Kathleen. She's the director of the events and programs. Thank you. And our main man, the money guy, the treasurer of Tergar Canada. I would love to invite all the volunteers who have done a great job for the past 2 days. It is just a 2 days event, but we have been preparing for this event for 6 months. Unfortunately, I don't know your names, and we have very, very tight schedule, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, but please stand up, whoever you are. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Again, I'd like to thank the Chinese and English media for promoting our events. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Cecilia again for helping bringing all these important people in our life. Thank you so much. Could you please stand up and take a bow? I'd like to request Paul Ritvo, I don't know where you are. Again, stand up please and take a bow for finding this amazing venue, Sheraton. If I may, I would like Barbara Jones to stand up and take a bow. Without Barbara, we would not have made this organization non-profit. We're on the way to build charitable organizations, so Barbara Jones, please take a bow. Thank you from the bottom. Before I invite our last international guest, I would like to just mention briefly that all the offering, including the personal offerings we received yesterday at the TCC, Rinpoche, with great compassion and blessing, has offered it back to TCC for their renovation. So thank you, Rinpoche. Now, with great joy and honor, I would like to invite Myoshin Kelly. I don't know where you are. Please come into the stage and introduce yourself briefly, because as soon as we're done and take a few weeks of rest, we will be hosting Myoshin to follow up this program, what Rinpoche has introduced us, and we'll be doing workshops in English and Chinese. So welcome Myoshin Kelly from Calgary International.
Photo? Maybe one come here. Cameraman? There. Yeah. She put in. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Before ending, I really like to thank all of you who have supported Rinpoche's activity. First time in Toronto after 8 years of visit from Rinpoche, with your heart, giving us the time and on the donation and helping us being here with your time. So thank you. And we really look forward to seeing you again live here or online. We have Joy of Living coming up soon. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Okay, now finished? So, everything finished now? But, practice is not finished. Ongoing. You have to bring back. Okay. Pardon? Come to Vancouver? Okay, I will come one day. You're from Vancouver? Oh. And you're meditating every day? Little bit? 20 minutes? Wow, very good. How old? 8 years old. Ah. Now you learn meditation before me. I started learning meditation when I was 9 years old. So you are 1 year more advanced than me. Okay. Thank you.
I'm going to do this.
You too.